I grew up in an environment in which I knew very little. And when I saw a bit of the outside world, there was so much to learn, so much I didn't know, I became curious. And that, I think, is what guided me throughout my life, because the more and more things I'm curious about, there's just a hell of a lot more out there. And you never stop. How can you stop? At university, I wanted to do literature, and I enjoyed that very much. But universities were very small in those days, unlike today. We had very little choice. I mean, the whole Faculty of Arts had only 4 major subjects: history, geography, literature, and economics. In fact, I don't think I consciously chose history. It came upon me by elimination. But one thing struck me, that in the end, why history was the least of an obstacle to my curiosity about the world was that I discovered that everything had a past. And the more I looked at it from that perspective, actually there's no end to learning. I cannot actually think of anything that does not have a history. So that actually opens you up. And so I began in that way, just to satisfy my curiosity. My parents, they never told me what I was supposed to do. I said, no question of, for example, some of my friends were more or less expected by their parents to go and study medicine or study law or be practical and so on. And that's one thing I'm very grateful for, even through the university years, all through my learning. Nobody actually told me, don't bother about that, that's irrelevant. And that, I think, was probably the greatest gift my teachers gave me. They never told me not to bother about something. And my parents the same. Looking back, I think that's what provided a very good start for me. I don't know that anything is driving me right now. I think certain things have become habit. I just do it. I was always in an environment where there were opportunities to learn. Most of all from my colleagues and students. The number of times when I learned from my students because they asked me a question that I never thought of. That's very interesting. I don't have the answer. I go and try and find out. And to find that other people don't think like you do is a fantastic adventure. So it just goes on. So I actually do not know when to stop or where to stop. So as I said, the word drive is not the word that I would use. I think I'm proud of having been a decent teacher and made full use, at least as far as I can tell, full use of all the facilities that the universities that I've worked for have provided for me. That is probably the most important thing that shaped my life, is the availability of opportunities to learn at every point. And nobody stopped me, and I appreciated it and tried to make good use of it, of all the opportunities I was given. And to that, I'm very grateful, very appreciative.
Thank you so much, Prof.
You're
this
welcome.
was most insightful for me as well. Thank you.
I didn't make you a historian. But remember, you don't have to be a historian to be interested in your past.
Yes.
The past is of interest to everybody.